hello, welcome back. We are here back in Final Fantasy VI. A little bit of a time leap backwards. But it's time to start wrapping things up here because you know what? We are almost done with this. We are just getting a few last things ready for before we hit Kefka's castle. I'm trying to wrap up all the story elements. I thought about this long and hard over the course of the week. Like, what do I really want to invest in? What do I want to make sure we do? What do we want to make sure we cover before we wrap things up? And one of the things I really wanted to do was focus on making sure we got all of the different story bits. If there's story involved with it, I wanted to make sure we did it. So I made sure to track down and make sure we could cover all of those, including Shadow's Dreams. Oh wait, that's that's where Sid died. As well as Magicite. As well as a few other things involving a few of the other characters, including Strago and Realm's story. There's a whole section with Shadow's Dreams that cover his backstory. Figured out how to get those. And one other element that was the War of the Magi. As you may see here, I have bothered to level up some, grind some in the meantime while we were between sessions, mostly just so we could kind of just get into things. If we have time tonight, I'll try and do the Tower of the Magi again. I'm not really pushing it. There's not really a lot of story involved with it, as much as some really good items. But it's not one of those things where I'm like, oh man, no, we gotta do that. Can't miss the Tower of the, not the Magi, the Fanatics Tower. You gotta do that part. Really, no, you don't. No. There's not really any story to it as much as it is just a, very hard mode thing to get some of the best items in the game. Which, yeah, is cool. But it's not necessary to beat the game. And by the same stroke, I have no interest in really going back and trying to do all of the different dragons either. Because while the fights are neat, it comes down to the fact that, well, quite frankly, there's nothing really tied to them. It's all 100% optional. Thank you, Locke, for unlocking the door, by the way, and the wink. And it gets you the last materia, or the magicite that you need. But it's not, the ultimate end-all, be-all. I've been waiting for you. I wanted to give you this. I ran a weapon shop for 70 years, but I've never felt a power like the one I feel in this stone. If I were to grind it down into the shape of a blade, it would surely make a very powerful weapon! What do you say? What do you guys think? Should we should we make it a sword, or should we keep it as the Magicite? I do know the Magicite teaches Ultima, and it's the only Magicite that teaches Ultima. Which is useful. The sword's really powerful, though. I'm not 100% sure which we should go with here. I know, on my 100% playthrough, my achievements and my achievement playthrough and all that stuff, 100% gonna go with the Magicite one. But for this playthrough, I don't know. I'll probably just leave it as Magicite just for the sake of it. And I was like, so we have something that we could teach Ultima to. Speaking of which, someone should learn Ultima now. Garm. We are come. We are seeking Atreyu. That was Gamork or something, though, wasn't it? Steal from the Elder. Test Rider! You've been out late that night. Ready another test. Test Rider. I know, I can't sing, but I give it, oh my god. I just noticed that if you have Mog unequipped with any sort of weapon, and you have him do like a punch attack, his arm it's a separate sprite. It's not the arm attack animation is a separate sprite. So when he attacks, it's a little flesh-colored arm instead of his usual Moogle one. Alright, that's all we needed lock for, was to get that. Next, let's go get Shadow's Dreams. Just because those are RNG-ish and take a while. So what I found out while doing some research on this, in case you ever want to do this yourself, because it's very hard to figure out exactly what the rules are for the dreams, is that originally when I thought this, I thought when I was growing up I had learned that you could only get the dreams at the Colosseum. This is apparently incorrect. You can actually get the dreams at almost any inn except for the ones in Thamasa and Figaro Castle. And then it's just, there are 4 dreams he can have, and it's complete RNG whether or not you get them. You just need to have Shadow in your party and to sleep at an inn. So the best place, honestly, it seems to do this, is South Figaro. Why? Well, South Figaro has the cheapest inn in the World of Ruin. It's only 80 gil, which makes it really efficient money-wise to spam this. I will say, before we get started, we already had one of the dreams. Actually, we've already had 2, because you get one when you first recruit Shadow. So, we've had 2 dreams. The first was technically the last one, in chronological order, which showed Shadow leaving town, and then leaving Thamasa as a town, and then telling Interceptor that he has to stay and look after them, not specifying who. Before leaving town. And ultimately, Interceptor ends up following him. The other one we got, which was the first one, chronologically, is just a nightmare where he's standing in the darkness, or there's a guy standing in the darkness with like a scar over one eye, and he's like dressed in a cape and something, and a guy named Baram calls him Clyde and says, "Why did you do this to me? Why, I'll never forgive you, blah, blah, blah." And then Shadow wakes up. So those are the 2 dreams we've had so far. There are 3 more to get. And here's another one. Yahoo! We did it, Clyde. 1,000,000 gil. 1,000,000 gil. What a blast. This is the life. Guess it's time we thought of a name, huh? A name? All good bandit duos need a name. I sort of have one in mind. Well, let's hear it. The Shadow Bandits. What do you think? Not bad, huh? The Shadow Bandits. Great train robbers of the century. Uh-oh. I just noticed the game audio is not coming through. Luckily, you guys haven't really missed much. There hasn't been much in the way of game audio interest or anything like that. The music at the actual I'm guessing it's probably because the game audio. There it goes. Just needed to switch it off and switch it back on. But no, you haven't missed anything audio-wise here. All that was going on was just the usual audio tracks behind the scenes. Sorry about that. I'm just glad we caught it early enough. I hate to have gone the entire night with no audio. Wow. You had to listen to my singing with no accompanying audio. Luckily, it wasn't to a tune or anything. But no, the dream itself doesn't even have audio. So Clyde and Brom were apparently train robbers who had stolen 1 million gil from a train and were set to become the next great train robbing duo. That's the easiest way actually to notice if you're going to be getting a dream sequence or not, is if you hear the little jingle that plays when you take a nap, like that. If the first thing you hear when you lay down and it fades to black is that jingle, no dream. That jingle doesn't play until the dream is over. And unfortunately, at this point, this is all you can really do in this, is just to get all of the dreams. You just do this over and over. We've got 2 more to get. But I think it's worth it just because it's the only way you ever get Shadow's actual backstory. On the plus side, we're going to be incredibly well rested for fighting Kefka. So I suppose I need to take this moment to talk about some of the things I noticed while we were playing the game. Oh, here we go. Open your eyes. How bad is it? This isn't my blood, is it, Clyde? Don't worry. You're gonna be okay. I'm sorry. I let my guard down. Don't talk. The town's just a bit further. You don't have to pretend. I know. This is my blood, isn't it? I'm done for. Get going. Leave me here. Oh no. Get going. Leave me here. I'd only slow you down. But... You want to get caught? Before you go, I have a favor to ask. Please, finish me off with your knife. How could you ask me to do something like that? You know, I touch my arm. I'm shivering. I'm a total coward. I don't want to have to go through all that. Touch my arm. Oh, if they catch me out there, I think he said something like, if you catch me, they'll interrogate me and I will break. Yeah. Feel it shaking? Oh, I've never been so afraid in my life, and now I'm quivering like a leaf. Please, before I wet myself and have to die a coward, just take your knife and... I can't do it. Clyde! I'm sorry. Clyde, how could you? A big dramatic thing, and then ding, 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 ding. There's one more left. So what we got to see there is the fact that essentially what Clyde did to Baram, what he wouldn't forgive him for, was the fact that he feels guilty over the fact that he didn't fulfill Clyde's last wish. Oh, last scene. We're having pretty good luck with this. That dog looks familiar. Hey, are you alright? Where am I? In a small village called Thassa. Thassa. Come now, pull yourself together. And that's it. That is the entire backstory we get in Shadow. Originally, you're not even told that there is why it's Shadow. Because the interesting thing there is, the fact is that unless you observe the fact that you only get the dreams at ends when Shadow is in your party, there's nothing explicit there to tell you who Clyde is. But yeah, the story there is Clyde betrayed his best friend, got him, they were train robbers, they ended up botching a job, Baram's on his way out, he's scared that if he gets caught, they're gonna torture him and stuff like that, and he doesn't want to die a coward and a traitor and all that stuff, because he'll break. So he asks Clyde to kill him and finish him off. Clyde turns out to be the real coward and wimps out in trying to kill his friend. Won't take the knife and won't drive it through him. No, won't cut his throat. Hence the ironic line later on that Shadow would cut your throat for a nickel or whatever it is that he says. So because of that, he ends up betraying him, running away, ends up in the town of Thamasa, which you would recognize from the layout of the town, but is told by the woman there that it's the town of Thassa, because if you remember, the people of Thamasa are trying to keep the identity of their village and their whole history a secret, that they're descended from the Magi. So they're not just going to, tell outsiders what the whole deal is. But he ends up staying there, lives his life, ends up ultimately bringing, worried about that he's just going to bring misfortune and everything upon those around him, leaves after becoming an assassin ninja. Overcoming his fear of killing people by becoming an assassin and killing all of the emotions in his body. And then going off and becoming, the infamous assassin Shadow, off of the Shadow Bandits, if you've noticed. The other thing that is some other points of interest in those dreams. One, the area where Baram died is right at the basis of the falls you jump down into to get to the Veld. Interestingly enough, that is the key point where no matter what, if Shadow hasn't left your party yet, he will not jump down those falls. He will not go back to that screen where you see where Baram died. Or where he abandoned Baram. The other thing is of note that, what happened with the nice lady there? Well, I'll tell you. She had a daughter. There's only 2 characters in this game that can wear the item known as... I think I've still got it in here. Gotta be in here somewhere. There it is. The Memento Ring. A ring blessed by a departed mother's love. And yet, only 2 people can use this item. Realm, who comes with it equipped, and 1 other person. Interesting enough, there's only one other place you can get another copy of this ring, which is in Thamasa, which is on the bookshelf in Strago's house. The only 2 people that can equip it are Realm and Shadow. So yes, that is the big reveal that you can piece together from all of these dreams and everything. Realm is Shadow's daughter. Hence why Interceptor likes her. So it becomes kind of a big thing there in the story that's the whole backstory. Why are we at Mobliz? This is not where I wanted to go. Went all this way, I got to Mobliz, and it's like, wait, this isn't where I wanted. Think I do enough damage now? I wanted to go to Thamasa! No! Not the healing rod! Stop that! Yay! We're home! I'll be in the house, okay? So full of energy. I must be the only one getting old. Grandpa! You gotta come quick! Gung-Ho's hurt! Gung-Ho? Gung-Ho? Gung-Ho, hang in there! Who did this to you? It was Hedon, the legendary beast you and I used to hunt! Almost had him too! Hedon! Oh... Gung-Ho! Strago, please avenge me! Oh, cough, cough, wheeze. Grandpa, what are you standing around for? You're right. I grew old and forgot about pursuing the dreams of my youth. Gung-Ho, I'm going after him. Grandpa? Grandpa, wait! You're not thinking of going all alone, are you? I need to face the thing I ran from all those years ago. I need to get the best of it. It's a matter of pride, dear. It's a matter of you being a stubborn old man. You're my grandpa. I can't just sit and watch while you make things harder for yourself than they have to be. I'm so sorry, Realm. It means a lot to me that you care so much. But Hedon's a tough beast to track. Its name comes from the old word for Hidden, after all. No one will ever find him if I don't go. To Ebot's Rock! The what? Phew. Eh. So Ebot's Rock. If you're looking for that guy dressed in black, you already went to the Coliseum. I know, we got him back. There are any good places left to play. Ebot's Rock is above water for the first time in 50 years. Head north of town and you should be able to see it. Okay, so Ebot's Rock is north of town and is above water. Which, I'm assuming this is Ebot's Rock. Alright, let's do this. Let's go find us a Hedon! Aha! What? Okay. I'm hungry! Hungry, 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 hungry. Hungry, 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 hungry. Give me something to eat, or I won't let you through. I love me some coral. You got any on ya? No. Skinflint, get out of here. So now we have to go get coral? Okay. There's no coral there. There's no coral there. There's chests here. And this is why we bring the big hitter caster characters. 2 pieces of coral. Ah. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. 2 pieces of coral. Ah. One piece is a coral. Ah. That's the exit. Ah. This is completely random. There's 2 pieces. Mahadeva. The Mahadeva. That's 3 pieces. That's 3 pieces. So that should give us 6, 5, 11. Give us 16. I think we're at 16. How many coral do I have? 18! I was off. Just teleported me right back to where I was. 19. What was that? Let's get 25 just to be safe. You gotta appreciate the busy work of this dungeon. For no reason, there's just a chest there that wants you to feed it coral? of which you now have to find a random amount of. There. Yeah. I love me some girl. You got any? Yes. Munch, munch, munch. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Corpulence is happiness. And I'm stuffed. Burp. Whew. Alright, you wanted to get through here, didn't you? I shouldn't have ate so much. Weirdest, most random thing in this entire game. I swear, I have no idea what's up with that. That's Hedon! Hedon is a green Typhon? Okay, you have stuff equipped, Give her the memento ring. And what else? For this fight? I don't know. Guess I'll give her defense. Ah. Hedon is kinda creepy. And I do know that you get something special if you take out all of his little dudes first. Oh no, that one has reflect. I heal everybody up. Because we're gonna get to the Grand Delta Line! Isn't even gonna do 1,000. How disappointing. Not as disappointing as this, though. The legendary thing that he was fighting with this entire time, the beast that eluded him for ages? Yeah, watch how I kill it. Boom! Take that, Strago! I win! I'm the superior monster hunter! And of course, Grand Delta is like his ultimate lore. I did it! I really beat Hedon! I'll have to tell Gung Ho he's been avenged! Gung Ho! Gung Ho! What is all the fuss? Can't an injured man get some rest? Gung Ho, listen to me! I defeated Hedon! You what? You beat Hedon? You're lying! Nope, he's not. He really did it. Well, a little monster like Hedon could hardly expect to stand up to the likes of me! I can't believe it! But it really looks like I have to concede defeat. You showed me up, old man. By the way, how are your wounds healing, Gung Ho? Oh, my wounds! Yeah. They're fine. That evening. So there I was, creeping through those caves that seemed to go on forever. I finally reached the deepest and darkest cavern, and there he is, right in front of me! I stared the ugly brute straight in the eye, raised my staff, and let him have it! Bam! Thwack! Pow! Right in the kisser! He had a kisser? Well, you know, it's a figure of speech, but I think he kinda did. Oh, I wish you had been there to see me. Oh, and then... fade out. Where's Grandpa? Oh, I think he finally tired himself out for all that jabbering and nodding off. But do you think it's okay to leave it like this, with him thinking I was really hurt? Don't worry about it. If we hadn't tricked him, he would have spent the rest of his life doing nothing but talk. And if you weren't faking, that monster wasn't. I don't know how a man like him ever managed to raise a granddaughter as wonderful as you. Yeah, well, I don't know how anyone could be as terrible an actor as you. Strago is probably the only man alive who would fall for a performance like that. What did you say? And that is how we helped Strago get his groove back. And that's the other memento ring. So you can have one for Realm and one for Shadow. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that actually was Shadow's and that's where he left it. How have you been? Everything okay? Everything's great. Although it didn't heal me up after coming back for the night, so... Yeah, this is why it won't let you do it in Thamasa. I mean, sure, the actual technical reason is, of course, he's not going to dream about, you know, the place that all that stuff happened. But, also, you know, it's one gill. Though it is the most affordable place on the map to actually stop, if you wanted to. So let's see. So now we finished Strago's story. Shadow story, Locke's story, Terra's story. I think we've gotten just about everything except for one. I suppose two noteworthy things. If I really want to get all the Magicite, I could do that. Let's do the story bit first, and then we'll see what we can wrap up tonight before Kefka's Tower, which we'll do next time. So it turns out that if you actually take this back, there's a little weird thing that happens. This stratum's unusually rough. We seem to be catching on something. Tell him to stop here. We can go and check out what we're getting stuck on. Of course, the only way to do that, since we're in the ocean, is through our weird extra exit that we found when we snuck in here. Which leads us to the cave to the ancient castle. Oh! Oh! Didn't quite realize this. Oh, and I had auto battle going. I think I just killed myself. Oh, hey, I learned something. Turns out that it's not too late to learn new tricks. What is that? Not entirely clear on... Okay, yeah, you can't get across. Way to go, Strago! You're really MVPing this. Oh. Chat. Whoa! Ah! No! Make it with the dead! Please! Oh! Don't scare me like that again! Haha, no one's level 4. Oh, apparently Strago could learn that one too. Whoa! Realm! Where'd that come from? Death Turret. You know, I'm like 90% sure when I was a kid that's actually how I pronounced it. Like, wow, I got the Death Turret. And an X potion, because, you know, we need one of them. Down the hole. Save point. Perfect for camping. Provided I have tents. I don't, apparently. Which is weird. I guess we'll just use sleeping bags to heal up the 3 weakest. is this place? It's an Esper attack! Let loose our Espers! This is the site of a 1,000-year-old battle. Lord Odin is the only Esper left to us. Has he recovered from his injuries? Does it matter? We have no choice. He must leave this final battle in Odin's hands. The city destroyed during the War of the Magi. Zantetsuken! Zantetsuken! Oh no! And he was turned to stone. Impressive. I never thought you would be able to turn me to stone. There's a legend that tells of an ancient battle between the Esper Odin and a powerful Magus. It took place in the Great Hall of a castle. And it has the same monsters as Cyan's Dream. For some reason. I have green cherries? I do have green cherries. Let's see, there's 3 doors. There's the big ones. We'll do those last. Monster in a box? Is it Tomberry? No. Well, then I'm not too worried. Well, he'll take thunder damage. Well, if this isn't 7, I want to see what Grand Delta does. Grand Delta line! Deals maximum damage. Did he just do a throw attack? Okay, we're done. A Master Scroll. What's that? Proof of a warrior's weapon mastery. Allows the bearer to attack 4 times per turn. Dang! Now let's see what's on this side door. It's the stables! It's a Punisher. It's the Punisher. A rod that draws MP from its wielder to deal critical hits. Doesn't sound exactly useful. Aw, it's cute. Feels like a Doctor Who opening every time I see it. Huh? Odin crumbles, leaving behind a shard of magicite. I assume means we have... Yeah, Odin. Teaches Meteor. Ooh, another gold hairpin. Oh, really? We're doing this? Oh. Huh. Sparkles. There's a book encrusted with a glittering gems. Take that. The Queen's Diary. Ooh. Today, Odin was so dreamy. I can't believe I get to look at his hot bod all day long. I have fallen in love with Odin. It is a forbidden love, I know, but the flames of passion obey not rule or reason. Every time I think of that noble man, my heart flutters and fans the flames yet more. And who could rightly fault it? When the fighting ends, I shall tell him, I must. Love between a human and an Esper. Click. Click. Ah! Seriously! She's dead. Almost. Again, I find this interesting. Much like when we tried the Tower of Fanatics, and you could only use magic, Strago's lures were not included in that. But also, apparently, Strago's lures bypass Reflect because they're not spells. Oh, I guess we're doing it! I can only assume the dragon that's like water is weak to lightning. Well, that one's much easier than the first few times we've tried to kill one of these things. And we also get a sword called Zen Tetsuken. 6 dragons remain. And we probably won't see them. Ooh! Even the queen was turned to stone. From the stone, is that a A tear? Odin's magicite surges with newfound power. Odin becomes Raiden. Neat. But now how do I learn Meteor? I mean, granted, at this point I really don't need Meteor. I've already got the thing I need to learn, Ultima. And Ultima's better than Meteor. Hence the name Ultima. So there's the story of the ancient castle, is that it's a castle that was buried beneath the waves in a horrible battle during the end of the War of the Magi 1,000 years ago. And gives precedent that even back then there was talk of love between espers and humans, and though it's considered, oh, that's taboo, it didn't stop it from happening. I have, like, no items. I really need to stop and get something. So I actually did some digging on, like, what the whole order of events thing was with the whole War of the Magi thing, because I was kind of curious, because, like, I was not 100% sure, like, what the order, like, how things went down. And the way I figured, this is how it went down, in my mind. Based on what I could find. The earliest point in history, the three gods of the Warring Triad descended upon the world and went to war with each other, raising up humans from the surface of the planet and transforming them with their power into espers. So espers are like divinely touched superhumans? If you want to take it that way. Finally, after who knows how long fighting, the Warring Triad decide, hey, we're done fighting. We're tired. None of us are getting anywhere. We're eternally evenly matched. And to prove it, we will lock ourselves permanently in battle and turn each other to stone, so that we will, you know, constantly just leave the world as is and magnanimous of them, really. I mean, it's... So they turn themselves into the trio of statues in that nice little triangle formation. And from there, time moves on. Espers and humans alike continue throughout the world. As time moved on, at some point later, the humans grew jealous of espers. They wanted the power too. So they found ways to extract that power and steal it and give themselves the gift of magic. Those who were given magic in this way were known as magi. So you had espers, magi, and normal humans. This led a bunch of nations to go to war with each other using espers as weapons, using magi as weapons, using all sorts of different things. Leading to the War of the Magi and ultimately destroying the world, pretty much. In the wake of that, the remaining espers were like, you know what? Forget all this. We're done. You know, they took the three Warring Triad statues and they sealed themselves away behind the gate. And this is where I was confused, because I thought that the Warring Triad were already behind the sealed gate when the espers went and joined them. Hence the magic suppression field that seems to encompass the entire realm of the sealed, the Esper world. But turns out, no, that's not the case. The Espers brought the statues with them when they decided to go beyond the gate. So then, based on that, there was 1,000 years of no Espers, no magic, no nothing, for everything to kind of just fall apart, you know, and evolve technology-wise and everything like that. Until the Empire, using ancient texts that they had found and everything like that, Emperor Gestal decided to start pursuing a way to reawaken magic, because dude was power hungry. He, you know, wasn't happy just having an empire. He wanted all the power. You know, like what they say with capitalism. They don't just want the money. They don't just want a lot of money. They need all the money. And that was Gestal to a T. So there, that's the entire history of the War of the Magi in this game. Now that I've been able to piece that together. And interestingly enough, later on you see this idea revisited with the fact that, like, Espers were, essentially the product of gods, infusing humans with power beyond what they normally had. This idea comes up again in Final Fantasy XIII, which I think is really interesting to find that connection, that Espers were just essentially ascended l'Cie humans. Which also leads into the other thing I noticed while I was researching this, which wasn't something that was like a huge deal, but it was something that I noticed and I thought was really interesting. This is one of the... There is no prominent religion in this world. Like... Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering what we're doing, I'll get back to my point in a second. We're looking for Death Gaze. Death Gaze spawns on a random tile somewhere in the sky, anywhere on the world map, but he's invisible. So there's no way to actually find him. It's completely random, and there's like thousands of tiles that you can possibly find on the map. So the easiest way is just to go to, like, point your ship north, take it, like, 2 notches to the right or left, and then just start going. And eventually you'll run over most of the tiles. You never know where it's going to be. It could be over the ocean, it could be... Who knows? And the reason we're going after Doomgaze instead of anything, it's a quick fight. I mean, you have to maybe chase him down a few times, but here he goes. Because he will run away. But he drops the Bahamut Magicite. And he always starts with frickin'... Oh. Interesting. Oh, I just healed him for the damage I just did. Is Frog a Okay, Frog is good. And if he doesn't run away, he might kill someone here, yeah. That happens. The real question is, will he run away? Because he will run away if you don't kill, if you deal enough damage to him in time. Okay, so he did die. So after a certain amount of time, sometimes he'll just flee, and you'll have to run down and find him again. But the one perk to it is that he will take... He never heals. You find that out in one of the towns, is that he never heals between his matches. So what you really need to do is just keep hitting him and then find him again, and keep hitting him and keep finding him every time as he runs away. Fortunately, this does not work if you run away, as far as I could tell. Which sucks. Alright. So that leaves us with Bahamut. Do I want to try and do the cult fanatics? Ooh, I know a way to make it easy. Except, do I even have that in this? Sort items. No, I don't think I have it. Never mind. Well, if I go and get it, though... Okay, so this is my thought process. There is an item that only Mog can use here, called Malulu's Charm. You pick it up in the cave where you recruit Mog in the World of Ruin. Only Mog can use it, though, but that's fine because pretty much everyone here is leveled up to the same level. Sure? I don't know. What's his status? Who has the next highest magic stat? He has 110. She has 120. He has only 91. His magic stats abysmal. We'll take Realm then. So the big trick here is Malulu's Charm removes all random encounters from the game, which means we wouldn't have to deal with level 10 mage, level 20 mage, level 30 mage, level 40 mage, level 50 mage, level 60 mage, blah blah blah, all the way up to level... all the way up to level 90 mage. And then we'll only have to worry about getting the treasures and fighting the boss. And then we'll finish up the Mage Tower finally, and we'll be able to sit there and go like, yeah, that's done. I don't know. Just because we have a score to settle with it, mostly. Because it kicked our butts the first time. I'm like, oh, this will be an easier way to do it. Because the other way is, I mean, it's doable at this point. I mean, we're level 70. We probably can handle the Mage Tower, or the Tower of Fanatics, pretty easily. It's mostly just tedious and boring. Because there's not even, like, anything interesting there. It's just the same screen 4 times in a row. And then the top. So ultimately, it's just not... Yeah, there we go. Let's take off the ward bangle, give him a Lulu's charm. And now we have no random encounters. As long as we have Mog in the party. So we can skip all the tedious stuff, grab all the treasure, run to the top, fight the Holy Dragon, fight the... Holy Dragon won't be a problem at this point. And then we fight the boss, which is Mage... Master? Which I think is supposed to be a play on Mage Masher. Which is a usually typical magical dagger that you can get in the games. That usually just inflicts silence or deals additional damage on casters. Strangely, I don't think it's actually in this game. Okay, the one thing we do need while we're going in here is... reflect rings. Which I only have 2 of, unfortunately. That might cause problems in the long run. Oh well, we'll see. Alright, let's see here. Safety bit, which is useful. And then the most BS thing in the world. Yeah, come and click this innocuous, nothing different tile on the wall. What does it do? It opens up another chamber with another treasure chest. It's the one thing that I have to say, like, there's a few moments in this game, especially late game, where it's very god dang it. Like, how are you supposed to know that? Most of them actually are things that you can find out, like that spot where you unlock the door to turn, go find the Queen statue to unlock, to upgrade Raiden. You can find information on that. You have to pay out the butt for it. But, you can get that information in the game. But stuff like that, like how to get that button that's right there, I don't know if you were ever actually told anywhere that that's there. So it's one of those things where it's like, unless you're checking every single wall everywhere, how would you know that? I don't know. Why did we give him a Gale Hairpin? I don't know, we'll give him the safety bit instead. At least that prevents... That and the Memento Ring will prevent, instant kill magic, if nothing else. Yeah, I know, that heals him. Yeah, Mugs. say Mog's ability to... Oh! Terra learned Ultima from that. Or no, she didn't learn Ultima. Celeste learned Ultima. Now we'll teach Terra Ultima. Yeah, so instead of working harder to beat the cultist tower, we worked smarter. And yeah, this is all it is. It's this, the entire way up. You ever wonder where that entire climbing up Shinra frickin' thing came from in Final Fantasy VII? Yeah, look at this. Except for the fact that this is optional. Although, isn't the one at 7 optional too? Don't you have the choice of, like, taking the elevator instead? What does Force Armor do? Ah, not what I wanted. Armor that halves damage from multiple elements. Oh, nice. It's the reason I love Terra and Celeste in the party as magic casters. They have some of the best magic stats in the game, but then they also can wear some of the best armor in the game. And there it is, the Soul of Thamasa. The prize treasure at the top. What is the Soul of Thamasa? Well, let me show you. An ancient Thamasan orb that bears wondrous power. Changes the magic command to dual cast. What does that mean? It means every time that person gets to take a turn, they can cast twice with one action. Which is something my D&D players wish they had. Can I help you? We have come. Lord Kefka's treasure! Return the treasure! No. My treasure. And can I say, it has not gone unnoticed the fact that this boss, Mage Master, has the same ghost sprite as the mage that turned Odin to stone. Whether or not that means they're the same person, I don't know. And the big trick with this fight is you gotta put re-raise on everybody. Why? Because if you don't, he ends the fight by killing everybody. Let's see. No, I should have put that on. One sec. Stop casting things while I'm trying to do something. Let's see if... I know he has different elemental things. I don't know if Holy will break through that. Because every time he does a barrier change... Yeah, no, Holy is an element. So, unfortunately, we're gonna have to just leave this up to, Celeste here. So she's the only one who knows Ultima. And then he casts Ultima. Oh, and we survived! Hooray us! Except for Mog. Mog died, but... And now, after that fight, where they psych you out and try and kill you, at the very end, the worst thing of all, they make you climb back down. All the way down. So, you guys heard any good stories lately? Not now, Terra. But I was just, trying to pass the time. Well, I've not heard that story. Kubo, Kubo, Kubo. Kubo, Kubo, Kubo. Kubo, Kubo. Wow. I, didn't expect that ending. Kubo. Alright. So, that's it. We're set. We're good to go. Next time we'll be ready to take on Kefka's Tower formally. And that'll be it for this one. That'll wrap up Final Fantasy VI. I'm excited. The final dungeon is definitely something. If I remember correctly, because it's been a long time. Much like the Phoenix Cave, like we had to split into 2 different groups. The final dungeon we have to split into 3 and alternate between all of them. Each group gets to face different bosses. So it's kind of nuts. But that's something for next time. We'll just do a whole session where it's just... That's it. That's what we're doing. We are tackling the final dungeon. Hopefully we'll be able to make it in, 3 hours. I might do a little bit extra grinding. Just to make sure we can do it in another session or so. Get some items from the Colosseum and everything that I won't bore you with you here, but I found a list of like all the different things you can trade. So you can trade out, or wager at the Colosseum to get different things. So there's certain tricks you can do to like, hey, if you know this, you can get a bunch of these items really easily and do this and this and this. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll do some of that and get some decent equipment on everybody before we go to the final dungeon. Stuff I think I don't think is super entertaining to watch, just simply because it's me going in and watching a battle that's not pre-scripted, but automated. I don't get to make anything, I just get to watch. So, the Colosseum's not super interesting. Other than, like, the strategy of, like, how do you set up your person before you send them in to make sure they win. And that's just right equipment, right abilities, right, whatever. So with that said, I am planning on playing some Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on stream this Saturday. Now that I've got my capture card up and working, I've been kind of playing with the idea of playing some of the games I don't usually get to play. Like I actually had to drag my PS5 into my streaming room office today so we could play the Final Fantasy 16 demo. And so that was interesting. And it took some time to get that set up because it's, as I said, it's an old capture card, so not everything plays nice with it right away. Luckily, the Switch seems to be very compatible with it, so playing Switch games on it, much easier than the PS5. That said, if you want to tune in, we'll be doing that Saturday night. Usual time, 7 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Beyond that, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who watch, whether you're lurking, whether you're chatting. I appreciate all of you. You can find me at Vicarian.com as my main website. From there you can find links to my YouTube, my Twitch, my Twitter, all the different things. All the different ways to find me is on my main website. So that's best place to go. And if you like what you see, if you want to support me, give me a follow on any of those. That way you can keep up to date with what's going on, when you can watch me, when the streams go live, all that sort of thing, when the videos go on. And it doesn't cost you a thing. I appreciate every single one of the people who follow me and stuff like that. I know I don't have the biggest audience in the world, but I appreciate them, every single one of you. That said, now that we're closing in on this, I'm definitely going to start working on getting things set up for Phase 7. And that's going to be real interesting. We'll probably have a break between 6 and that. But yeah, that'll be fun. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful night and have a wonderful rest of the week. And I will see you on Saturday. Take care and have a wonderful evening. Good night.